there, it's Grandma. Time for story time. Today I've got a kind of a classic story that you may have heard the story before, but I'm going to read it to you. And it's told in a rebus. Now, a rebus is a type of story that has pictures so that you could even help read along. So when it says young boy, there's a picture of a young boy. And when it says sheep, there's a picture of a sheep. So some books are like that where you can help read along like that. All right. The name of the story is The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Long ago, when the world was still wild, there was a young boy. He earned his living taking care of sheep. Every day as the sun shone, the boy led the sheep from the village. He took them to a big green meadow where the grass grew sweet and thick. Be sure to call for help if a wolf comes, his master told him. All the people in the village will run to help you. All day the sun shone bright. The boy played his flute and kept watch over the sheep. For nearby there was a deep, dark forest full of hungry wolves. Silently and swiftly the wolves crept among the trees. They watched the sheep with hungry eyes, for maybe you know that a wolf likes nothing better than a delicious dinner of tender pork chops. Lamb chops. One very hot day, the boy grew tired watching the sheep in the bright sun. It was so quiet he could almost hear the grass grow. To stay awake, the boy pretended he saw wolves in the clouds. He imagined the wolves creeping like shadows into the grassy meadow. Then the boy had a wicked idea. He jumped up and ran toward the village. "Help!" he cried. "A wolf is eating the sheep." The boy's shouts rang through the village. "Help! Wolf!" All the people cried. They ran to the meadow as fast as they could. But all they found was the boy laughing so hard he could hardly stand. The sheep were safe and sound, munching sweet, thick grass. "But where is the wolf?" cried the people. "There is no wolf," laughed the boy. "It was just a joke. I wanted to see if you would come." All the people were very angry as they turned back toward the village. "Don't ever do that again," scolded the master. "I won't," promised the boy, but he kept on laughing and laughing. A few days later, the boy grew tired of playing his flute and watching the clouds. He could barely keep his eyes open. Then he remembered what fun he had watching all the people run from the village to help chase away the wolf. The boy jumped up and ran to the village. "Help! Wolf!" he cried. Once again, all the people ran to help. But again, there was no wolf. The sheep were munching the fresh green grass, and once again the boy just laughed and laughed. All the people mumbled and grumbled. "Don't expect us to come again," they told the boy. His master frowned. "How can I ever trust you again?" But the boy was laughing so hard he couldn't hear a word. Then one evening, as the red sun set in the sky, the boy fell fast asleep. Shadows crept out of the deep, dark forest, and a real wolf crept out with them. Suddenly, the wolf jumped from the shadows and attacked the sheep. The boy awoke and ran to the village. "Help, wolf!" he shouted. People heard him, but they did not believe him. "There is no wolf," they said. "Help, wolf!" The boy cried again. "How many times does that boy think he can fool us?" the village people asked. The people were tired after working all day. Some were eating their supper, others were rocking the babies. "You won't catch us running to help that liar," they said. Even the boy's master just yawned and soaked his tired feet. "Help, wolf!" the boy cried once more. All the people heard him, but this time no one believed him. The wolf killed many sheep before it slipped back into the forest, and then all they found was the boy's little flute. So maybe now you see why no one believes a liar, even when he tells the truth. The end. So you may have heard that phrase, boy who called wolf, or calling wolf. If you're lying, that's how it shows you. It's always good to tell the truth and not fool around and not tell lies. All right. Hope you enjoyed the story. Take care. Grandma loves you.